Hey Ram fans, I'm Maddie Warren here with CSU women's soccer coach Bill Hempen. Now, obviously, the team has been putting in a ton of work this summer getting ready for your first match of the season against Missouri tomorrow for an exhibition game. What are you kind of hoping to gauge and see play out on the field in that game tomorrow?
Well, we've been working with trying to sort out a starting lineup, obviously, and trying to give what we at this point in the season believe is our starting lineup as much time on the field together as we can possibly get, while still giving that next layer of kids an opportunity to show in that environment as well. So it's not going to be first team, second team, it'll be first team, and then we'll start to sprinkle in players. And there'll probably be some first teamers put back into the game to intermix with some of the reserves. It's just to make sure that we've got the right mix.
Right. Well, in looking at an exhibition game and then you have a week to prepare for your next game against Marquette, how beneficial is it to kind of have a game like this tomorrow to sort of feel out the team and see where everyone's at?
You know, we're fortunate to be able to have exhibition games like this. You know, football wishes they could, and volleyball, I don't know if volleyball can or not, but football wishes they could, that's for sure. As hard as they compete against each other in practice, the speed of play is going to go up exponentially tomorrow. And that's going to be the challenge. But it's really good to have an opponent, an SEC opponent, come to our house, so we get a first-hand look at what speed of play really will be as we go forward, and we get into not only our non-conference season but also our conference season.
Yeah, and you and the team is coming off of your best season yet from last year. So what has been sort of the message and the mindset coming into this season to really build off of that and just keep getting better?
Well, you've got a lot of hungry upperclassmen that desperately want to make the change, the big step. You mentioned best season ever, and I appreciate you saying it that way. And then you've got a group of freshmen that are pretty talented, and then our transfer. I mean, this is the biggest mix of players we've had in a while. It's basically been freshmen, and now I think KK might have been the last transfer. And now we've got some other transfer student athletes that are really making a difference. And they're coming from programs that competed against the Missouri. So I think they know what's coming. And then it'll be a really good, not wake-up call, but awakening for our younger players. Although very good, the first time they get kicked and they have to get up and challenge just as hard, moments later, we're going to find out the character that they have.
Well, and you, like you just said, you spoke a little on the freshmen, and how have you seen them kind of step up in practice and seen them getting ready for the first match?
Yeah, it's funny watching some of them. You can tell some of them said, just get me out there, get me the ball, I'm ready to play. And then there's others kind of dipping a toe in the water, and they need to put their whole body in. And they're getting there. But it's, each year in the build of this thing, it's been, I've said this 1,000 times, the difference between our most experienced player and our less experienced player, that gap is razor thin. It used to be Grand Canyon in depth and width, but right now we're pretty happy with where we are.
Great. Well, best of luck to you tomorrow, Coach. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.
Thanks, man.
And if you want to see the CSU women's soccer team in action for yourself, they're going to be here at the soccer field tomorrow morning at 10, taking on Missouri.